What's going on, guys? Have you ever gotten to a point where you're like, I want to look like Sauron from Lord of the Rings, but I also want to ride motorcycles? Well, I can happily tell you that now you can. So guys, welcome to the first episode in a series that I would like to take a first look at gear. You guys are probably really familiar with my first ride videos. Well, I want to start doing a first look, show you guys some cool gear, and if everybody wants it bad enough, I'll do a big review later down the road to let you know how the gear is after I use it for a little while. But today, we are going to be looking at the Icon TiMax Gloves. First off, I will apologize. There's like 22 tornadoes in Atlanta today, and it's been terrible weather. So if you guys hear something in the background, it's probably a tornado and the video is gonna get swept away. Wait, that means you wouldn't be seeing this. So if these gloves look familiar to you, that's probably because you've been following Icon for a long time. They used to have these gloves that have actual titanium in them a long time ago. From what I understand, the price of titanium skyrocketed, so they had to stop production of them, but they are bringing them back, and holy shit, they look serious. So the things you're seeing in front of you are the TiMax Long. They also come in a short glove, but if you ask me if I'm gonna spend the amount of money that you have to spend to get these gloves, you can make damn sure I'm gonna be getting the long ones with all these like titanium plates on the side. The short glove looks the exact same. It basically just drops these back three panels that you can see right here. Also, these gloves are not going to come in at a cheap price point. The longs are $340, but you can get the short gloves for $225. My point still stands. I'm still gonna get the long ones, and I'm still gonna have the three plates. It's worth it. It's also titanium. So yes, I'm gonna stop you before you even say it. $340 or the $225 for the short glove is a giant price point. They are not cheap gloves, but do not worry, the gloves are high quality. You're gonna get leather gloves, it's got a goat skin palm, and military grade titanium. Now, I don't know what military grade spec titanium is, but if the titanium in the glove is good enough for a guy that gets shot at on a daily basis, probably gonna be able to handle my slide off of my motorcycle, or God forbid, getting hit by a car while I'm riding. Also on the bottom of the palm, you're gonna have this padded area, so kind of like first impact to the ground, you kind of get a softened pillow, so it's not concrete. So as far as weather seasons with the glove, it is a pretty thick glove and there's not a ton of ventilation. Icon recommends cold to middle weather riding, so if you're in like a hotter climate like Atlanta gets, or maybe Florida, or another region where the weather gets really hot, you're probably not gonna want these in the summertime, but wintertime, spring, fall, you should be solid to wear these things. Okay, so when I first got these gloves, I always get worried that when I have thick gloves on, I'm not gonna be able to feel my controls, and that's the first thing I started worrying about with these gloves. I was very happy to find out that once you put the gloves on, you actually have a lot of articulating motion that you can do with your hands, and it doesn't really hold you back from moving around. I cannot stand not being able to feel my controls. I feel like I'm like not in control of my motorcycle. Surprisingly, didn't have that problem with these guys. So guys, I'm gonna be honest, I have had a ton of pairs of Icon gloves in the past, and the number one issue that I have with Icon gloves is the Velcro. Eventually, about the year or two mark of riding with them on a constant basis, the Velcro starts breaking down, especially the Velcro piece that is attached to the actual glove. So you can't Velcro them shut as well anymore. So the first thing I did when Icon sent me an expensive pair of gloves, I was like, okay, what kind of Velcro does it have? Because if it's the same type of Velcro that my other gloves have, I know that shit's gonna break down, and you cannot have Velcro breaking down on an expensive ass pair of gloves. You will be happy to know that it just seems like a different type of Velcro. I'm really hoping that Icon was like, we charging a lot for gloves? Cool, we're gonna give you titanium, leather, goat skin, and good Velcro. That's what I'm hoping the conversation was at the Icon headquarters, or whatever happens. It seems like a lot better Velcro compared to my other gloves back there, so keep my fingers crossed that the titanium stays on my hand with some awesome Velcro. For the rest of the duration of this video, I will be wearing a TiMax glove, for illustration purposes only. So what I personally think is the coolest thing about these gloves, obviously other than the titanium, is the way the fingers move. Now you guys know I told you earlier, like you can move the gloves a lot easier than I expected because they do seem a little thick. Look how fat my fingers look. There's these like little bladed pieces for each part of your finger on top of this thing in the back. So when you like grip your glove, you have all of these little blade up looking things. I don't know the correct word to use to describe it, but it looks freaking cool, and I personally feel slightly more badass when I have them. So as far as fitment goes with these gloves, like I said, I've had a ton of Icon gloves, and I typically wear mediums. I have a large here, and it feels pretty good, but I think I could actually fit a medium. So if you're looking for a sizing chart, I would size it slightly above what you normally wear. If you barely fit into a medium, I might recommend you grabbing a large, but if you like easily fit into a medium or easily fit into a large, I would just stick into your group. It's only the extremities where I might bump it up one more size. So one thing that does help with the sizing of these gloves is the wrist area, at least on the long gloves. It has a dual velcro strap. So two things of velcro open up. And then you have this expansion slot here on the front end. So if you have like a thicker wrist, it can help it contour around your specific wrist, which you always want motorcycle gear to fit you specifically. You don't want it loose, because the last thing you want is loose gear on when your ass is sliding down concrete. So as far as looks, they're not really the type of glove that I typically wear, but I think they look pretty freaking badass, especially with the titanium accents and this little bladed situation going on. I think it looks fantastic. If you really want to rock it out, they have a TiMax jacket with like titanium on it. So if I was gonna splurge on some gear and I really was into black and titanium, I would have that jacket and I would have these gloves, the long ones, in a heartbeat. Like I said, they look like Sauron, and if you don't believe me, I don't have a ring to put on my finger, but like, all right, you see this? Okay, now look at Sauron, and now look at me. Okay, I know I'm not as badass as Sauron, but these gloves really help out the look. And guys, that's about all I've got for the first look of the Icon TiMax Gloves. Fun fact, I'm actually doing a giveaway for a pair of these over on Icon's website. Make sure to click that top link in the description. That's gonna take you to a page over there where you can enter to win a pair of these. If they're too expensive for you, I highly recommend that. And guys, let me know what you think about this first look series down in the comments, and make sure to hit that like button if you found this video helpful. And if you guys like this series enough, I would like to do more of the first look series, and then the people that really like the series, or if a piece of gear is like really popular, maybe we can do like a full review on it. I'll ride it with it for a while, and then I'll let you guys know how it held up. Anyways guys, I will see you guys on the next video. I'm Chaseontwowheels. These are the Icon TiMax Gloves. I am Sauron, and I will see you on the next video. Later. You know where Icon messed up. They didn't offer a silver ring on it. They needed a titanium little ring right here. TiMax Sauron edition. Titanium right there. Will it scratch the bike and make it really hard to use? Probably, but you know, let's not worry about that.